some of our most successful business growth moments on LinkedIn come from the content that doesn't get the most engagement, but it comes from the content that drives the deepest point. Guys, the point for the video today is super simple. I'll try to keep this short. Are we considering the avatar in which we're consistently talking to? Are we considering the avatar in which our marketing is intended for? And are we doing that consistently and thoroughly? Is that top of mind for us? And I think about that a lot. And I think about that specifically with LinkedIn. Marketers Company, we work with a lot of different clients, all around finance, but around the industry. And I'll provide some different examples about how I see people thinking about the avatar and maybe where they're missing. So on the FA level, guys, LinkedIn might not be so much a social media tool for your avatar client, for your prospect, for your niche market, as it is for you. You might not have your ideal client showing up on LinkedIn to use it as social media, to engage and like and read stuff and enjoy themselves and take a break. They might not be doing it for that. They're probably using LinkedIn as a utility because they're between 40 and 56 and they know that that's a good place to maybe look for jobs. So are you meeting them on LinkedIn with that voice, with that intent, like knowing why they're there? I haven't seen a whole lot of people sharing about job transitions, what to look for or things to consider when transitioning jobs in your earning years. That's the kind of stuff that those people might be considering. They might not be thinking so much about, some of the certain specific topics that you might be sharing. So keep that in mind. When I think about the firms and the mutual fund companies and the ones out there selling products, the FAs that you're targeting are on LinkedIn to pick up clients. They're not on there to find new funds, right? So firms, mutual fund companies, asset managers, when you guys are advertising or promoting or showing up on LinkedIn, as the employees are showing up on LinkedIn, are you guys keeping in mind that the FAs that you're targeting could use help growing their business because that's why they're on LinkedIn in the first place? Are you putting out practice management, marketing advice, things that would help them in their business, or are you just attempting to stuff product down their throat? The irony of this is when I think about marketers, right? Myself. Marketers, when you're on LinkedIn, when you show up to LinkedIn, are you considering that 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 of the people that are consuming your message are actually marketers at firms that your service would take their job? Maybe not actually put them out of work, but your service is something they should probably be doing anyways. They're not necessarily passing that on to their boss. That's not being met with open arms, right? You telling another marketer that they need to do their job better or they could hire your firm to do it better isn't going to go over well with a mid-level employee. You need to be trying to get in front of the senior VP, the decision maker, to do that. So that's something just to think about for all of us. FAs, mutual fund companies, asset managers, wholesale firms, on the consultant side, right? The consultancy firms, you're out there attempting to help companies grow their business. And are you meeting those employees with the content that tackles and addresses their pain points while they're on LinkedIn, knowing that maybe they're on LinkedIn because they're unhappy with their job? And all these things you got to keep in mind. So that's a big one. Keeping your avatar in mind at all times, and keeping your avatar in mind specifically on this LinkedIn platform that we've all gotten really good at using, right? We're not here for 52 likes from our colleagues. That does us no good. Ironically, I'll say this, and I bet a lot of you guys would agree with this. is a lot of the stuff that you put out that addresses a real pain point in your niche market that might not get the most engagement, comments, likes, whatever, oftentimes delivers the most amount of potential business through DMs and emails on the back end. Because the people who you're addressing, that you hit them with a pain point, you hit them with something specific that they're dealing with in real time, and they might not actually want to like it because one, they know how that liking that pain point shows up in the feed. It says, Tom Jones liked, and then Tom Jones works with X people or X amount of people, and they see that Tom Jones liked that, and they know that's a pain point, right? That there's some psychology there. But what happens is if you address and talk specifically to your avatar client, a lot of times what happens is you get a DM or an email or a follow-up, a connection request, and all that conversation starts to happen behind the scenes. Some of our most successful business growth moments on LinkedIn come from the content that doesn't get the most engagement, but it comes from the content that drives the deepest point. Keep your avatar in mind, always. Try your best. This isn't a vanity game. It's not about 52 likes and 17 comments. It's you're here for business. We're doing this all for business. It's fun too, of course, have some fun. But the point is, if you're out there to grow your business, keep your avatar in mind, keep them top of mind, and think about how they would receive the message you're about to put out. Cheers, guys. Talk soon.